Welcome back to the Weekend Warrior Show Recap Podcast. I'm Ty from the Unemployed Architects. This week I have 3 shows to talk about. I had Gigs Place on Friday in Fairbury. Saturday I had 2. I had the morning I played the farmer's market, and then the show I couldn't remember in the last podcast was Crafted in Bloomington. So, 3 shows in a weekend, pretty busy week, and it was not my favorite weekend. I don't know. Friday was just a rough one. I think that's what it kind of all boils down to. Didn't quite sound right. Tried to be quieter. Did a little bit different setup. Nobody showed up. So, played for like 6 people. And those 6 people didn't seem super interested. So, those are tough shows, but you just kind of, how can you make it fun? So I played a lot of kind of original tunes that maybe I wouldn't normally play, and maybe some deeper cut covers that I don't normally play. So, it was a long 3 hours. I didn't really take much of a break. It took like less than 5 minutes, but it was a little awkward. And the staff was pretty much who I was playing for, and they're always so nice and so complimentary. So, that's nice, but would have also been cool if there was a ton of people there and they were all into it. But, you win some, you lose some. Hopefully next time I play there, it'll be the opposite, because that's, nothing is consistent. So, I'll catch a break at some point over there probably. I've played, I think, one show over there where there were actually people there and kind of reacting to what I was doing. And so, if it can happen once, it can happen again. That's all I can really hope for. But, ultimately, it keeps me, sharp playing shows like that. It's not the end of the world or anything. Just, it's like it could have been more fun, but it was just a show, kind of. And, it was still fun to play. It's always fun to play music, but when you've had, like, great shows, it's, like, hard to... That's what I'm comparing every show to, is, like, the absolute best show I've had, which is, a busy show where I play well. And so I would say that this was maybe a 7 out of 10 or something, ultimately. Saturday morning at the farmer's market, somebody dropped out last minute. First one of the year, so it was definitely a busy one. I played overall pretty well, a lot better than the night before, so I was feeling a little bit better overall. And it was, in front of I got a lot of ears, a lot of eyes, and, people were a little bit, ready to throw some tips in my jar for some stickers and whatnot, stickers and magnets that I make. But there was just a couple spots that, like, really bugged me for some reason. It was like, I played the song Laura Lee, and it was just, like, not where I normally have it, and it just, everything was off for some reason. So having that, like, in the middle, it's only a 2-hour set, and then I play straight through, so that one song just kind of threw me off. But everything else was pretty good, ultimately. But, I get so hung up on tiny things. I just, like, could not find it for that song, because usually it's like the second song I play, so it's kind of like a warm-up song, but I played it like maybe halfway through the set or a little bit even later, and it was just an air ball. It just didn't really feel or sound right. And so that kind of put a damper on the day, because everything else was really solid and fun and, mostly very good. And I kind of just played, like, the standard, I've been doing a lot more, like, upbeat originals. I have one called Syrup, one called The Light, and then I've been playing Evelyn a lot, which is a pretty upbeat folk song. And then I got, like, the classics. I got I got the classics like When You're Gone, which I open almost every show with, Firebound, which is upbeat, and then a couple newer songs, Logan and Fool's Gold. So it's like I've been putting those more at the front end of the set, and I feel like those originals are nice and upbeat, so they keep people kind of... And then, I pepper in the classic covers that everybody seems to like, and, that first hour is usually pretty upbeat, and, yeah, so it was a good show. It just wasn't my favorite of all time, so I don't know why I have to that's my marker, I guess. That's if it's not the greatest show ever, I consider it maybe not a good show, and that's kind of dumb, but nobody ever said I was smart. I certainly wouldn't say that, but it was, I still had a lot of fun. I saw a lot of people that were, I kind of recognized from just around the area, and it's Bloomington, not my hometown, but where I live, and I've lived here for a long time. And then I played Crafted that night, and I sounded a lot better at that show. It wasn't a ton of people. It was outside, so, Saturday morning and Saturday evening, we're both outside, and that's just a different vibe in a good way. So, I felt pretty solid with that show all around. I just wasn't super busy. I don't really know how to make it busy. I'm good at booking, but getting people excited about coming to my shows, I don't know. Somebody wants to let me know what the fix for that is, feel free to leave a comment or so. I just play too much in Bloomington, so it's like it's really hard to convince, and I don't really, I spend so much time on the music and the podcasting and the promoting and the booking and the, practicing and the performing that I don't really have a lot of friends or anything. So, nobody's that excited, I think, about, I feel a lot of times like I'm like an afterthought as far as at places that book me. It's like people are there, hopefully without me having to get people there, and then people are like, oh yeah, this guy's good. But it's not, I don't know how to get people like pumped about it for some reason, but it's a learning experience. Just gotta keep trying. Everything's, I've gotten to the point where I'm doing this professionally, and it's my main source of income, and it's a constant puzzle. I mean, every part of that is so wild. It's like the playing part is the puzzle that I don't know that I'll ever figure out, that I keep trying. Writing, definitely. I can learn covers all day. I have hundreds of covers I can play, but it's like, well, and do I do them all amazingly? No, is the answer to that. But anyway, so that's not as much of a, I try, it's a puzzle trying to figure out where to put the right ones and how to play them, like where to play them in the set and when to play them when the crowd is the crowd like an older crowd. If they are an older crowd, should I just assume that they're going to like the classic rock and the old school covers I do, or should I just play what I really, really like all the time? I mean, I like all the songs I play. I don't generally pick, I have a couple that are a little bit cheesy, like, Journey, Don't Stop Believin', Wagon Wheel, but, the crowd likes those ones, so I've learned to like them as well. But, and then it's like, how do I get people out to shows? What am I doing? I think is a question I ask myself quite often. I don't really, I try a lot of things. I don't know that I think them through, and I just, do as many things as possible and hope that one of them is right. I don't really know, but May's packed full, so if nothing else, I'll be sharp by the end of it. I'll have enough shows. This next week's going to be pretty wild. I have 4 shows in a row. It goes Wednesday, I'm at the Loungeabout in Bloomington. And then Thursday, I picked up a show at Vermilion River Beer Company in Danville. And then Friday, I'm in Davenport, Iowa, which is, west. And then Saturday, I'm at Paw Paw Brewing Company, which is east and northeast. So it's just like I'm all over the place, not real planned out as far as, when people, it's like, it's kind of like a little tour-ish type thing, but it's like, okay, so Bloomington, Danville, those aren't that crazy. Then Iowa, and then Michigan. So those 2 are just completely not probably the right way to do it, but it'll be a big week for me. I'll feel real tight by the end of it. And then the next weekend, I think I'm in St. Louis. So, it's cool. It's cool to get out of Bloomington, out of town, out of central Illinois in general. But I don't know. I just always take what I can get booking-wise. And again, is that the right way to do it? I don't know. I'm my booking manager, so I can't ask him because he doesn't know. But should be fun. It'll be an adventure, and that's the thing that I like the most, I guess, is about being a musician, is like the adventure of it. Every time you get in the car to go to a new place, it's exciting. You don't know how the show's gonna go. Could be amazing. Could be a flop. Could be a paid practice, and then it could be like the most fun you've ever had. And you get to drive into different cities and different towns and do the thing I like to do the most. So it's exciting, and that's what I'm looking forward to this coming week. Not much of an update on the new single. I think I mentioned last week I redid some of the electric guitars, but I still have to do the acoustics and vocals. I hope I get at least the acoustics done this week. I've tried to think about it every day this week to make it happen, but I just couldn't. Just a little out of reach. But that's pretty much it. I'll have a lot to talk about in the next one, because like I said, I got 4 shows this next week, and I think 3 the next weekend. So it's going to be pretty wild. It's a full stacked June as well. July's starting to fill out. I think I have 3 or so dates left. And August, I have every Saturday. And the last 2 Fridays booked. So I have a few open Fridays, I think. September, just a couple. And then I got that Shoe Fest in September. So that'll be awesome. I don't know. I would like to get on more festivals. But anyway, I digress. That's what's been going on, and hopefully I have some exciting stuff to talk about next week. I know I'll have a lot. Even if it's not exciting, I'll have a lot of things to go over, I guess. But anyway, I appreciate anybody who takes the time to listen, and I will talk to you next time. All right, have a good day. Bye.